What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am Nico the Odd, and I'm once again back with more Dragon Age Inquisition. Told you I'd have to do this again. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break to go get some dinner, and I played some Conan Exile with some friends. But now I'm back to do some more stuff. Let's see. Let's see if any of this is any good. Yeah, first, the Defender's armor. That is nice armor. Really like the gear I'm wearing though. Stone Bear Defender's armor. That's better than what I'm wearing. I don't particularly need it, but I might as well wear it. Let's get Dorian some gear on. See, Dorian's got good gear. Can't give him a staff though if I have one that he likes. Might as well let him use the good one. Give him some accessories if I have any. Health. That's all I had on me. Okay. Alright. Character record. Alright, now we're out. There's red lyrium everywhere. Although I gotta say, like, I know this is like a, how old is this game? Like 4-year-old game, something like that. It still looks really good. Like super good to me anyway. All loot must be had.
Andraste blessed me, Andraste blessed me. My tears are my sins, my sins, my sins. Andraste guide me, Andraste guide me.
Lisas. Hello? Do you remember me?
Andraste blessed me, Andraste blessed me.
Listas is a bit gone. Okay. Let's go this way. Eric? Eric!
Andraste Sacred Knickers, you're alive. Where were you? How did you escape?
We didn't escape. Alexius sent us into the future.
Everything that happens to you is weird.
You might be right about that.
I'm always right, and when I'm not, I lie about it. So, what are you doing here? Or did you come back just to trade quips with me?
We get to Alexius, and I just might be able to send us back to our own time. Simple, really.
That may not be as easy as you think. Alexius is just a servant. His Elder One assassinated the Empress and led a demon army in a huge invasion of the South. The Elder One rules everything. What's left of it, anyway. Alexius is really not the one you need to worry about.
Assassinations, invasions, and demon armies. I'm a little glad I missed all that.
Yeah, you lucked out there. You want to take on Alexius? I'm in. Let's go.
I can't do anything without my right-hand dwarf, you know? I said this part's a bit sad, a bit bittersweet. Because depending on who you bring, they definitely have different outlooks on what happened to them.
The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and
Sandra.
into the next. For she who trusts in the Maker, fire is her water. You've returned to us. Can it be? Has Andraste given us another chance? Maker, forgive me. I failed you. I failed everyone. The end must truly be upon us if the dead return to life.
But I didn't die.
You look wounded. Maybe we can help.
Nothing you do can help me now. I'll be with the Maker soon.
Alexius sent us forward in time. If we find him, we may be able to return to the present.
Go back in time? Then, can you make it so that none of this ever took place?
If Dorian is right and can actually reverse the spell, then yes.
None of this will happen. Andraste, please let that be true. Alexius locked himself in the throne room. That is where we'll find him.
Hey, how do you know that? You were down here. It really doesn't matter to me. I'm just gonna explore all these lovely places. There's some loot. There's the loot. I think I gotta go back upstairs to get across the other one. Yeah, because this is blocked off down here. Up we go. Oh dear.
You're alive. I saw you disappear into the rift.
Fiona, is that really you?
What's left of me?
Can you tell us the date? It's very important.
Harvest Mia. 942 Dragon.
942? Then we've missed an entire year.
I must have missed out on a lot during that year.
You must beware. Alexius serves the Elder One, more powerful than the Maker. No one challenges him and lives.
I've never fought a god before. This should be memorable.
Our only hope is to find the amulet that Alexius used to send us here. If it still exists, I can use it to reopen the rift at the exact spot we left. Maybe.
Good.
I said, maybe. It might also turn us into paste.
There were 6 happen.
Must try. Your spy master, Leliana. She is here. Find her. Quickly. Before the Elder One learns you're here.
Okay, Liliana's here somewhere. Go back up? Or what? Let's see. So many choices as to what I do.
If written is an infection. Maker, why is it coming out of the wall?
Are you sure you want to find out?
It's hot! The fire, it hurts us! Where'd he get to?
Nice to do something constructive for a change.
Just like old times.
Take a look around. See if there's anything we can use.
Oh, I'm way ahead of you, buddy. If there's something I can loot, then I'm gonna fucking loot it. Barrick, you should know me by now. Prayer to the new god. Praise his name who has risen from the darkness. Praise his name who has striven for the light. Praise his name who has walked in the golden city. Praise his name. The old gods are no more. The maker never was. The new god is amongst us. Praise his name. Somebody was feeling this up when he wrote this shit. There's more? Yes, there is more. Barrick, my man. Come on. It's been a minute since Cassandra was with me, so I better level her up. There. Damn. None of those are anything I really need anyway. I just like having stuff. I need to clear out my inventory again. It's over here. Oh shit. Stitch some stuff. Do I have a nice staff on me? Well, I do now. What else is cheap that I can get rid of? Yeah, I can get rid of a couple of these. Oh yeah. Let's equip Cassandra. I actually forgot that she could use a sword. There. Put some space. not the button I meant to press. Felt the staggering. Somebody can use that. Should be able to. Alright, let's put accessories on. I think I have any things that he could use. There. Give us some inventory space. Guard Turnus. Alexius keeps asking for patrols of the walls. Waste of time if you ask me. The Inquisition ground themselves into a pulp against the walls ages ago. Reldon made 3 attempts to lay siege here before the last life got crushed out of them. He was left out there to threaten us, a mountain of barbarians. But Alexius seems to expect a siege. Man's gone completely mad. Better put men on watch inside the wall. Those more of those blasted rifts open every day. It was better when we still had the people for blood sacrifices. Unbound demons have emptied the castle, villages, and surrounding countryside of everyone who's not sleeping in their armor. Now it's just wild demons everywhere. Actually, heal Varric. Should have done that before I took the potions, but I guess it's fine. Should be fine. Next, skin and cotton. The fabric of our lives. Spin the wheel. Weed. Damn, people had a rough time in here.
There is no maker. The Elder One has taken all that is his and will soon rule from his city.
That still doesn't make him a god.
Ah! There is no god but the Elder One. The Maker is dead. Say it.
Never. I'll die a good Andrastian before living a second as one of you.
May she find peace at the Maker's side.
Blade of Souls, that's a dagger. I will be keeping that for Cole. Or selling. One of the two. I didn't actually remember that part.
Tell me how Labella knew of the sacrifice at the temple. You will break.
I will die first. Or you will. You're alive.
Well, that was impressive.
Anger is stronger than any pain. Do you have weapons? Good. The Magister's probably in his chambers.
Damn!
You aren't curious how we got here?
She doesn't care.
No.
Alexius sent us into the future. This, his victory,
when
his
she said
Elder
no,
One,
she
it was
meant
never
it.
meant to be.
I'm so sorry for everything you suffered.
We have to reverse his spell. If we can get back to our present time, we can prevent this future from ever happening.
And mages always wonder why people fear them. No one should have this power.
It's dangerous and unpredictable. Before the breach, nothing we did.
Enough. This is all pretend to you. Some future you hope will never exist. I suffered. The whole world suffered. It was real.
What happened while we were away?
Stop talking.
I'm just asking for information.
Seriously, stop talking. She
No,
won't kill you.
you're talking to fill silence. Nothing happened that you want to hear.
Sandra, what are you... You know what, honey? Just... I know you've been through some shit. It's gonna be okay. I don't know what's beeping. Something below me? I don't know. I don't know what it is.
We need to find Alexius. I'm sure he'll be in the nicer part of the castle, if there is one.
Wrong button. Wrong button. Silver ring and lightning essence. Cool.
The Magister needs more power for his rituals.
No! Don't hurt me, Linnea. You...
This is madness. Alexius can't have wanted this.
I don't know what he wanted, man. Having a hard time believing he didn't want this. Let's go ahead and get me. There we go. Everything's been refilled. Something downstairs. What's that? Was oh, loot. I forgot about that. Totally wasn't paying attention to that. Alright, Shadow Essence is gotten. There's a loot box too. Glad I came back down. I would have missed this. Shit. Okay, let's see. What else did I want to mess with? I don't mind wearing her. Let her wear that. It at least looks good on her.
The breach hits
everywhere.
Wow.
It was only dwarves who were afraid of the sky. No. It's just good sense.
Shit. I got you back, Varric. I got you back, man. Oh my god, there really are rifts everywhere. I got so much crap to get rid of. It's not really crap, it's just I haven't had a chance to get to a town. I could really use a town. Huh. X-Train, ring of Barry. Long shot.
I am not a child. I can resist you. No!
No!
Connor!
It was an act of courage. He knew there was no other way to resist. He resisted that demon to the last.
Helm might actually be good. I know I'm going through a lot of armor and shit, but yeah, it's part of the game. Anything I can use, shit. Say. Alright. Oh, well, I can sell it at least. Or a rock crusher, one-sided blade. I'll leave it alone. It's not really something I need. With every failed time spell, the messenger goes a bit more paranoid, or perhaps it's not paranoia, since the elder one it really will kill him with each of his failures. Distinction hardly matters. After the 10th failure, he began locking himself in the Great Hall during his waking hours. After the 12th, he had foot soldiers encaved in shadow and shards doorways from parts unknown, and painstakingly installed it in the castle. Okay. His most trusted assistants can only see him if we all go at once together, which we must do twice a day to bring him meals. He never leaves his room at all. Okay. There, so I know which one's which. Alexia's journal. Nothing works. I've tried countless times to go back before the conclave explosion, before Felix's caravan was attacked by a dark spawn, before the Ventori first arrived at the Minathros, without success. The breach is the wellspring that makes this magic possible, and traveling outside of its timeline is impossible. The Elder One demands that I change the events at the conclave to never be fulfilled. It may kill me for failing him, but I must protect Felix from his wrath. I wanna be your sledgehammer. This is pretty much what you get for selling your soul to
What
the
became
devil.
of Felix? Do you know?
Yes, I know.
And you're not going to tell me?
You'll find out soon enough.
Okay, let's see. No, I need Varric. Just take care of that.
Alexius will likely be there.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna have another look-see around the room. Podcast. Don't really. So I do need that. So if I heal me. I don't know if this is the way I came down or what. Probably was. Yeah, I think it was the way I came down. That's easy enough to fix. Just go back down.
Maker's breath. Where did Alexius find this? How did he even move it here?
Can we open it?
Perhaps. But it looks quite strong. How desperate and paranoid must he be? His servants must have a way through. He has to eat. Let's look around. What in Andraste's name is that? Hold on to it. I want to look at it later.
Oh, we got somebody with me that can tell you what it is right now.
Are they prey? Let's take them by surprise. The Elder One is interested in saving his followers.
No, I'd say it's pretty safe to say he's not. Oh, cool. I guess that's somewhere I could have gone if I had wanted to, like, avoid conflict. Yes. Did I go the wrong way? I think I went the wrong way. There's the loot box. Yep, definitely went the wrong way. But that's fine. If there is a way to go the wrong way, by God, I will find it. I will figure out how to do it. Why is it showing me to go this way? Okay, I guess this is the right way to go then. Royal wing. God damn. Words.
Try to take out that enchanter quickly.
This one?
Block them from coming up the stairs!
God, that hurt.
for some light reading.
Okay.
What happened here? Find Alexius. That's all that matters.
Jesus, like how much red fucking lyrium is there? This is not good.
They haven't seen us. We could take them by surprise.
I don't do surprise, baby. Get your ass back over here, homie. Damn, that killed me. You weren't kidding about that fucking Grand Enchanter, were you? Fuck.
May Andraste have mercy on your souls. No one else will.
The first time I've actually died. That fucking hurt. Free marches. Oh. Something I can do. Get rid of these fucking Kunari helms. Should be able to give that to Bull, I hope. Stat drop.
Want me to handle that?
I do indeed, Derek.
Let's head back to the main hall. I think I know how we'll open that door.
Oh, I didn't even see the book. That he's on the flight. Six more subjects died. Transfusions of blood from resistant prisoners slowed the rate of corruption only slightly. The healthy flesh taken from live subjects and planted in the affected will often die even before the corruption spreads to it. In cases where implantation is successful, light corruption spreads across the donor flesh faster than the host flesh. Prisoner Leliana has been the most useful source of resistance. Damn, that's fucked up. Well, that's what they've been doing to her for the last year. That's jacked up. Oh, cool. Well, I got Masterwork Blade. That's awesome.
How much damage did Alexius' spell do?
Rifts tore apart all of southern Thedas, starting here. But whether that's his doing or the breach, who can say?
I was worried I'd have to search the whole castle for you, Alexius.
There's no longer anywhere to run. I knew you would appear again. Not that it would be now, but I knew I hadn't destroyed you. My final failure.
Was it worth it? Everything you did to the world, to yourself.
It doesn't matter now. All we can do is wait for the end.
What do you mean? What's ending?
The irony that you should appear now, of all the possibilities. All that I fought for, all that I betrayed, and what have I wrought? Ruin and death, that is nothing else. The Elder One comes for me, for you, for us all. Felix.
That's Felix. Maker's breath, Alexius, what have you done?
He would have died, Dorian. I saved him. Please, don't hurt my son. I'll do anything you ask.
Leliana, let Felix go. He's innocent.
No one is innocent.
No. No!
Your death will be my apology!
your death as I have. Tell me again how you're gonna seal the breach. Wanted to die, didn't he? All those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago.
I just realized my mic was still
Didn't
muted.
even notice.
I'm blowing my nose.
Oh, Alexius.
This Alexius was too far gone, but the Alexius in our time might still be reasoned with.
I suppose that's true. This is the same amulet he used before. I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous. That's a relief. Give me an hour to work out the spell he used, and I should be able to reopen the rift.
An hour? That's impossible! You must go now!
have to hurry. This is bad. We'll hold the main door. Once they break through, it's all you, Nightingale.
No, I won't let you commit suicide.
Look at us. We're already dead. The only way we live is if this day never comes. Cast your spell. You have as much time as I have hours.
Oh, this is heartbreaking. This is like one of my favorite parts of the game, but it's so fucking
Though
heart-wrenching.
darkness closes, I am shielded by flame. Andraste, guide me. Maker, take me to your side.
You move, and we all die!
She is such a badass!
You'll have to do better than that.
You failed, Alexius. How forgiving is your Elder One?
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix.
It's going to be all right, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
Well, I'm glad that's over with.
Fucking Templars.
Or not.
Grand Enchanter, imagine how surprised
Alistair!
I was when you'd given Redcliffe Castle away to a Tevinter Magister.
King Alistair.
Especially since I'm fairly sure Redcliffe belongs to Arl Tegan.
Your Majesty, we never intended...
I know what you intended. I wanted to help you. But you've made it impossible. You and your followers are no longer welcome in Ferelden.
But we have hundreds who need protection. Where will we go?
Where indeed? Well, these mages.
I should point out that we did come here for mages to close the breach.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
Hopefully better than what Alexius gave you. The Inquisition is better than that, yes?
I suggest conscripting them. They've proven what they'll do given too much freedom.
I've known a lot of mages. They can be loyal friends if you let them. Friends who make bad decisions, but still loyal.
It seems we have little choice but to accept whatever you offer.
We would be honored to have you fight as allies at the Inquisition's side.
I ain't meaning no mages.
This later.
It's okay.
I'll
She's
pray
just
that the rest
angry.
of the
She'll get
Inquisition
over it.
honors your promise then.
The breach threatens all of Thedas. We cannot afford to be divided now. We can't fight it without you. Any chance of success requires your full support.
I'd take that offer if I were you. One way or another, you're leaving my kingdom.
We accept. It would be madness not to. I will gather my people and ready them for the journey to Haven. The breach
It's
will be
okay.
closed.
I can work
You will
Cassandra
not
back up
regret
to my
taking
good
a
favors. I've done it before. I'll do it again. I can't put people in slavery, okay? It's just Unless it's Covenant, then I don't care. I'll club him over the head and drag him back to the wheel. But still, I can't put people to slavery. I just can't do it. I know Vivian does not like that I did what I did. And I don't think the mages had any bad intentions with what they were doing. Bad choice in the circumstances that were presented them. High night in Mississippi. Steamy night in Mississippi. God, it's hot. I better turn the camera off. It's fucking hot.
It's not a matter for debate. There will be abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance, it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
Give them their freedom for now. If they prove later they can't handle it, impose restrictions.
And how many lives will be lost if they fail? With the veil broken, the threat of possession. You were there, Seeker. Why didn't you intervene?
While I may not completely agree with the decision, I support it. The sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. And here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Hey, sexy.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
I got a taste of the consequences if we fail. Let's make sure we don't.
We will not fail.
We should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
One battle at a time. It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the war room. Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
And I'd hoped to sit out the assault on the breach. Take a nap, maybe go for a walk.
What is it they say? No rest for the wicked.
Meet us there when you're ready.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with, future or present.
Excellent choice. But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
I'll begin preparations to march on the summit. Make her willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
I have a lot of besties in this game. Meet you in
The
the war
Inquisition
room.
appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin. And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your Illyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement. The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics. We hope to convince them it is a necessary one as well. I'll take my leave. Good day.
Who is she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's mages. According to Lady Corbin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
Everything raises the ire of the
Access to
Chantry.
lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anticipated. We're becoming a challenge. Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power, instead of comforting the masses.
Of course they are.
Mage circles started falling years ago. The Chantry was troubled even before the Divine's murder.
Yet many people continue to bear it great love. We will not benefit from its decline. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Nevarra, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andrasti's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
So if everyone listens to the chant, things will be smooth as silk.
I did say commonality is merely a beginning, but it's an important one. We must learn to think beyond our own wants to secure peace in Thedas.
The Inquisition will have plenty of time for that between finding the Divine's murderer and sealing the breach.
Busy as we are, I do have a question for you, if you've a moment. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
Will my answer change your reply to the chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra, Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We should decide soon. The revered mothers don't seem to know what to make of you.
I'd tell the chantry I was saved by circumstance, not divine intervention.
Yet as rumors your Andraste's herald grow, the Grand Clerics may not believe such a humble reply. A difficult situation, and I thank you for your answer. A good day to you.
Don't be scowling at me. You know you like me. You know you like me, Josie. You know you love me, girl.
Yes. Good. You've brought back some fascinating things. We're putting them to good use.
I'll speak with you later.
Thank you again for what you've brought back.
All men are the work of our Maker's hands. From the lowest slaves to the highest kings.
I might as well have a little look-see around everything.
Your enchanter Vivienne lives well.
Reports of fade rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
It was still a sacrifice, and still noble.
And I would do it again.
Why do you want me to seek out the rebel mages? Why do you care?
I've known mages. Some of them were better people than me. And yet I'm free and they're not. It's not right.
Let's talk about you.
Me?
Yeah, let's talk about you.
Bards tell tales. I bet you tell some good ones.
There are plenty of tales in the library. Perhaps you should look for them there.
Oh, come now. Come now.
What did you do before you worked for the Divine?
I was a bard, an Orlesian spy for many years. For a time, I also served a small cloister in Lothering. After the Blight, the Divine called on me to oversee her personal network.
Can you teach me to be a bard?
Being a bard is so much more than being a spy. It involves a keen understanding of politics, the ebb and flow of influence, the great game. The bard's is an intricate dance where a smile can be sharper than any dagger. The best way to learn is to immerse yourself in it. Perhaps when this is all over, I'll teach you.
I should leave you to your work.
We can always talk later.
Alright, so let's see.
Cedric said the blankets weren't worth selling. He's giving them the Inquisition for free.
I do have to talk to other people, so I will go down here, chat with Ceres! You still mad at me? Are you still mad at me?
Well, that's mages all over. So many robes, I bet all of Ferelden lost their curtains. I'll Just be the other side of Haven. Just in case.
Do you have a problem with our new allies? With mages?
No problem with mages. I mean, you know some that are alright. My problem is magic. If mages sat on their hands, everything would be fine. I mean, yay, freedom. Great for them. Over there, away from me.
Is the Inquisition what you thought it would be?
Well, you're dragging people together, suppose that's something. You're gonna need more trebuchets if you're going after the sky. Or, you know, ladders.
Tell me about yourself.
What about me?
How about the basics? Where are you from?
Ferelden.
I got that from the accent. Where in Ferelden?
All over? Okay, fine. Denerim for a bit. South, north, wherever I want.
Oh, you're from wherever. I'm from north wherever.
What?
North wherever. Oh, we had fun on street and or in local tavern.
Oh, hardy ha. All funny, you. It's complicated. I don't like complicated. Let's leave it at that.
Okay, we can do that.
You're skilled. Who taught you how to use a bow?
No one.
That seems unlikely.
What? I picked it up here and there. Mostly it just makes sense. It's not like that for you.
Usually it takes considerable discipline. Hence my question.
Hence? Look, I work at it. Practice a little. Not like Cullen and his pets. I mean, you miss, then you don't. Is it that hard to see when it's wrong?
Well, it's not like that for other elves, I know that.
Most I know couldn't find an arrow sitting on it. Right. Maybe I just make it look easy in shite company. Fact still is, no teacher. Where would I find one in alleyways anyway?
I probably shouldn't ask this, because I think it makes her mad, but I'll do it anyway.
I'm just interested in talking to an elf like me.
Don't think so.
Why not?
Well, maybe you're alright, but most elves are too elfy. Like that's soulless, right? Never be as good as we were. Well, who's we? I'm just fine.
There's a lot of tradition there. Should it just be thrown away?
Your great-grandfather's dead. Why aren't you dead? You're throwing away tradition.
That makes sense to you.
None of it does in the city. That's why I'm not like an elf.
We'll talk later.
If you say so.
Yeah, I gotta get her back on my good graces. It happens.
Oh, Maker, you're here. You're the Herald of Andraste. And you were sent to shame us for mistreating the elves.
No.
I pay my elves good and proper, you should know. Friend of the alienage and all, and... I mean, I'm Flissa. Can I get you a drink?
It's all right, Flissa. I won't do anything frightening.
Yeah, for real.
If you wanted to close the breach, I wouldn't mind. As I said, I'm Flissa. The Inquisition soldiers needed a place to unwind, so Leliana brought me in to set up a tavern. Nothing fancy, but it's safer for the soldiers than looking for trouble in some village.
You said Leliana asked you to run an Inquisition tavern. How did you meet?
Dumb luck me. I managed to name back in Denver. When I heard interesting gossip, I passed word to Leliana. Sometimes it's helpful. She asked if I wanted to own my own tavern, and I said yes. I didn't
She would always like to say, why change the past when you can always stay today? She will fight to keep her way. A road.
I got some work to do to get her back on my good graces.
So we have gained the mages. Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach. You are certain you experienced time travel? Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
Dorian was sure. Impossible as it seems.
What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witnessed.
I'm surprised you're not more interested in your own future.
I know enough. If that future happened, then I, and Cassandra, Cullen and the rest, failed to stop this Elder One. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
That's a good point.
What can I do for you?
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
I'd like to know more about the breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster at an area that has seen many deaths. But your mark allows you to exert some control over the breach. That means it was created deliberately.
I'd like to know more about the Veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade. But according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
It sounds like it would be wonderful.
And dangerous. But yes, a world where imagination defines reality. Where spirits are as common as trees or grass. Instead, spirits are strange and fearful. And the Fade is a terrifying world touched only by mages and dreamers. I am glad that I'm not alone in seeing the beauty of such a world, along with the obvious peril.
I'd like to know more about demons.
The Chantry says that demons hate the natural world and seek to bring their chaos and destruction to the living. But such simplistic labels misconstrue their motivations, and in so doing, do all a great disservice. Spirits wish to join the living, and a demon is that wish gone wrong.
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them? If not in peace, at least without such active confrontation.
Not in the world we know today. The Veil creates a barrier that makes true understanding most unlikely. But the question is a good one, and it matters that you thought to ask.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Hey, Dorian!
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Hallam Sharal? Cows milking farmers?
Give me time. I'm sure I'll surprise you.
I suspect that's untrue. Unless you strip yourself naked and allow the Chantry to flog you into repentance.
I'll pass on the flogging.
Me. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
So what? They all turn into blood mages, worship dragons, and then take over?
Not at first. But you'd be a fool not to see where this could lead. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed. By inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a mage from Tevinter, you mean?
Beyond that, yes.
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
I'm well aware of your finer qualities. Believe me.
Of course you are. You're a discerning and intelligent woman, after all. Now, what was I talking about? Ah, yes, me. I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
What did you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see.
I'm getting the impression that you don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've fallen because pretending is easier. We pretend the Qunari can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
It just seems... so much of what you say about the Imperium is entirely negative.
It might sound that way. For all our faults, my people have many virtues. We are laden with history and culture. Tevinter is where Thedas truly began, remember? We treasure our past and preserve it. You can walk down a side street and find nothing built during the modern ages. And despite appearances, we care. Deeply, about everything. We have no reserve, not in war and not in love. If I truly believed my homeland was beyond all hope, I wouldn't miss it so much.
Why remain with the Inquisition? Why not go back to Tevinter?
I'm not exactly welcome back home. Not that it matters, I'm quite accustomed to being a pariah. It adds to my charm. I can do more for Tevinter here. If the Venatori succeed, it'll set my homeland back 1,000 years. I'm sure some Magisters would disagree, but that's why we kill them.
I think I've heard enough.
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself.
I can tell.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Ah, yes. Everyone outside the Imperium always seems quite fascinated by it. Probably why they come up with so many ridiculous tales. Flying cows over Minrathous. That's madness. All right, that one's actually true, but the cows didn't have wings. I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know?
Just how often is blood magic used there?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
That's what any Magister would tell you. They'd be convincingly offended by the notion too. Of course, what people call blood magic here and what we consider blood magic are two different things.
What's considered actual blood magic in Tevinter?
Blood magic isn't inherently dangerous. Using your own blood or that of a willing participant, what's the harm? The problem is that what's permitted only gets you so much power. And what if you need more? You always need more. That's where we get into sacrifices and demon summoning. None of that is done. Not officially. Behind closed doors, it's a different story. Real blood magic can give you an edge, a leg up against your opponents. It's safe to assume that any mage of rank does it. The rest are quietly shut out of power, to put it bluntly.
You'd think the Templars would object.
I imagine they did, long ago. Once, their investigations might have been sincere. Then their balls were cut off. Too inconvenient. Nowadays, only the friendless are accused. And most of them probably innocent.
There must be some mages who oppose this.
Of course. I do. And I'm not entirely alone. Occasionally, there'll be a Magister who makes noise. And then the reform talk begins. All very patriotic. Meanwhile, that Magister will be quietly shunned. Chances are, surprise, it's learned he was a Maleficar all along. Most learn to keep quiet. Me? I enjoy the allure of pariahhood.
There's an Imperial Chantry, isn't there? With its own divine.
You people aren't supposed to talk about the Black Divine, are you? If you mention him outside the Imperium, people make that face, like you're urinating in public. But yes, we do have the Chantry, or a version of it. Night and day comparing it to yours.
Is the Imperial Chantry so different from ours?
Not in theory. The main difference is in the whole magic is meant to serve man, not rule over him business. Back home, ruling the unwashed masses is serving them, for the good of the Imperium. Perhaps it started with good intentions, but these days it's academic. The circles are in command.
There are circles of magi in the Imperium.
We don't have dismal little mage prisons, if that's what you mean. They're academies, prestigious ones. We have Templars as well, but they don't cancel spells or whatever your Templars do. They're soldiers. They watch for abuse of magic, yes, but only those who are weak or who fall out of favor get dealt with. Mostly they enforce the Magisterium's edicts. The Chantry smiles and nods from the sidelines.
Do you really call him the Black Divine?
We don't call him that, oh no. In the Imperium, he's the true Divine. The woman sitting on the Sunburst throne is some backwater pretender. It all stems from a disagreement over Andraste. Marvelous, isn't it?
Why would they disagree over Andraste?
It's not my field of expertise, but the Imperium believes Andraste was a mortal woman, a mage. Down south, they say, no, she's the bride of the Maker, ascended to his side, divine provenance, a blah blah blah. We feel better believing Andraste was one of us. Makes executing her less damning, you see. So we elected a man as divine, the South declared war, and we've been feuding cousins ever since.
So, the Imperial Divine is always a man?
All the better to distinguish him from that other one, yes. Don't think there aren't a number of female magisters who bristle at that. Why can't they be divine after all? Same reason you never see a man on the Sunburst throne. Because that's how it's always been done. Excellent reasoning.
Do you consider yourself Andrastian?
The big question. It might surprise you that I do consider myself Andrastian. I simply do not believe in the Chantry. It is a relic, whether back home or here in the South. Something from a bygone age desperately clinging to relevance. It's not an opinion that makes me popular.
I share your opinion, actually.
That's not surprising, considering what the Inquisition represents. I'll say this. I may not believe in the Chantry, but I believe in you.
In me?
That the Maker sent you, whether through Andraste or fate. Cassandra is not wrong. You are what we needed most at the moment we needed it. That's what they will say in ages to come.
I'm not sure about that myself.
Doubt is good. I like doubt. It will keep you sane. Me? I've seen too much to believe I know everything. The world is bigger than I am. Even bigger than you. It laughs at all the things we think we know. The Maker doesn't need me to believe. But I do. The thought of no one at all watching out for us is too frightening.
Let me ask you something else.
So many questions.
I'm actually
That's
done
all I
asking him
wanted to
questions.
know.
I could ask
Fair
him
enough.
questions all night.
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Not yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
There is a certain way that I'm supposed to do that part. I don't know what it is myself yet, but I do know that there's a way to do stuff. Tonics. Rock armor tonic. Yeah, let's go ahead and research that.
Fine. We'll gather our own. Tell Segrid, he better hope he doesn't need us solved anytime soon. You're back. And in one piece.
How are your people holding up?
No one's declared me a heretic recently, so I won't complain.
For a healer, you don't seem particularly nurturing.
I'm not a healer. I'm an alchemist who's forced to play Mother Hen. You want something to burst into flame on contact with the air? Done. Gladly. Patching up wounded soldiers is a waste of my time and talents. But there are a few around who can help.
Farewell.
The dude's interesting. I gotta give him that.
Magic exists
You're
to
right.
serve man and never to rule
When you
over
spend your
him.
days teaching
Foul and corrupt are they.
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit, that's a twist I didn't see coming. One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad. But red lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
How long does it take for red lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
I'd like to keep hoping it's a coincidence, if you don't mind. I need to be able to sleep at night.
Honestly, I think I'll give up sleeping for the foreseeable future. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
I was planning to put my feet up, maybe grab a nap. You?
Whatever I do, it'll be as far from Cassandra as I can get. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
No rest for the wicked, people. No rest for the wicked. Really just enjoying talking to people.
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
If you're worried about magic, I can protect you.
My blade pretty much protects me.
Perhaps I can do things your blade can't.
I don't know. It has blood grooves. Well, technically, it's the Fuller, but blood grooves sound so much more violent. Anyway, I hope our new friends have what it takes to close the breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it.
Good day to you. Researcher Minave has notes on alloys that may prove more effective against demons.
Oh, does she? Well, we'll take anything that gives our blades a bit more bite. You mages aren't half bad.
Alright, I gotta sell some shit. I might as well just gonna clear this out. There. Everything's clear.
Even better.
That's interesting looking, at least. Bloodstone, and what else? 40% more maximum health. Melee defense, stagger and being hit. Melee defense, maximum health. It's
You need something? Let me know.
My creator, judge me whole. Find me well within your grace. Touch me with fire.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it. It never ends, evidently.
You don't need to tell me that.
I just don't know who told them I'm the one to yell at.
Is it that bad?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
I had to think on my feet, and I did what I could.
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
We wouldn't be here at all if you hadn't stood up against the Chantry.
You're being kind.
You're discounting your role in this.
Let's close the breach. Then we can say how successful I was.
You were very successful! How did I miss this? How the hell did I miss this? Or whatever. Coming!
The mages are ready to approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
Would you be more confident if I'd brought back Templars instead?
I'd be less worried about the thin veil resulting in mass possession. I will not endanger the alliance you've created. We need their help. Any precautions taken will be to ensure the safety of our people and the mages themselves. Nothing more.
Is there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the charges on our side. Bull's men are professionals, despite evidence to the contrary.
Why would Templars break away from the Chantry?
The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should.
But the Templars have served the Chantry for ages.
And in that time, they've come to take the Order's services for granted. Templars risk their lives against blood magic, demons, abominations, to feel as if those efforts are dismissed. I may disagree with the Order's actions, but I'm here as proof of that. I sympathize with their frustrations.
I should get to know you better. We are working together after all.
What would you like to know?
All right. Where are you from?
I don't remember that. How to act for Ferelden.
I grew up in Ferelden near Hollywood.
That was...
I was transferred to
not something I was expecting to get.
After the Blight. This is the first I've returned in almost 10 years.
You haven't seen Ferelden in 10 years. Are you glad to be back?
I was not sorry to leave at the time. I did not expect to return. Now, between the Divine's murder and the breach, I've arrived to find nothing but chaos.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight. Did you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there.
I vaguely recall you trying to kill mages.
What happened at the Circle Tower?
You who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak.
Oh, don't act like that, Cullen.
What was Kirkwall like?
While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between mages and Templars fell apart. An apostate blew up the Chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine.
What happened between Kirkwall's mages and Templars?
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
Yes, but you were there.
There was tension between mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
What happened then?
The Templars should have restored order, but Red Lyrium had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion, turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
So you opposed her?
I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
Varric's from Kirkwall. Did you two know each other?
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's.
He's that kind of guy.
Apparently, I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health.
I enjoy your brooding.
I'll let you return to your work.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
Good day to you. Please send Fisher our thanks for refreshment.
There was never going to be an easy answer to the mage dilemma.
Nope.
What you did for the mages took courage. You gave them a chance. Everyone deserves one. Yes?
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I expected more. More men, better equipment. You may have Andraste's favor, but wars are won by men, soldiers.
Brute force is not always the answer. There are plenty of other paths to victory.
True enough. Still, it never hurts to be prepared. One thing I will say about your men, they're passionate.
devoted. You inspire them. Build on that foundation, and you will have an army that makes nations tremble.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
Alright, so not quite ready to stop playing, so I'll figure out.
Magic exists to serve man.
Gotta talk. Oh, I never talked to Viv. I should seriously talk to Viv. I could kiss Vivian's ass, but I really don't want to kiss Vivian's ass. Really the best way to put it. I don't want to kiss Vivian's ass.
For her. And she will know no fear of death, for the Maker shall be her beacon and her shield.
I saw the leader of the Bull's charges, that Ironborn. Magic exists to something, is he not?
Ain't he?
Oh, go on with you. You can't go making cow eyes at one of those oxmen.
No harm in looking, is there? Those shoulders, those horns.
Yep.
You're mad.
Maybe, but I'm not dead.
So true.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him. Foul and corrupt.
If Fiona and her malcontents are joining us as allies, we need to be prepared. Abominations are inevitable. Cullen doesn't have enough Templars to handle incidents. Some of the rank and file need to be trained.
These mages joined us freely. We don't need Templars to contain them.
My dear, I don't think you've grasped the magnitude of the situation. The veil is broken, and the raw power of the Fade rushes out like floodwaters through a shattered levee. In ordinary places where the veil is weak, magic is much more likely to attract demons. And if demons can walk our world with no blood magic to summon them, how safe do you think our allies are? There has never been a greater threat to mages than the Breach. Until it is closed, no one is safe.
You have a low opinion of your fellow mages.
It's not so much an opinion as grasping the obvious. Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. Anyone who forgets this truth gets burned.
Fair enough.
The Dalish get along just fine without Templars or Circle Towers.
As I understand it, the elves limit their risk by refusing to have more than 3 mages in a clan. Tell me, what becomes of the Dalish youngster who is not appointed first or second?
If a clan can't raise the mage, they're sent to another that's in need of a first or second.
And if there are no clans in need of a new apprentice? For those who value
She's got
survival,
me there.
Sentimentality is not an option. Tell me something. As you will no doubt have a hand in shaping it, what future do you see for mages?
Mages should be treated like anybody else.
How free did you feel living on the run, never straying too close to villages or staying in one place too long? Paint the cage any color you like. It is still a cage. It's something to consider, my dear.
She hates me right now, but we'll work it out.
I understand you were instrumental in garnering the assistance of the rebel mages.
Don't tell me you're about to yell
It
at
is
me
well
too.
done. And I pray this Inquisition fares better than the Chantry in its handling of magic.
You disapprove of something the Chantry did. Are you allowed to do that?
That largely depends upon one's company. While surrounded by those declared heretics already, I am safe enough.
Fair enough.
In some ways, Andraste had the simpler task. Magic should serve man, and not rule over him. That tells us what should be, but it does not tell us how to get there. So many times the methods of men have undone the spirit of their goals. Once you have sealed the breach,
we shall see whether this Inquisition is truer to the Chantry or its own namesake.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
I like her. Mother Giselle is an interesting character. So just about everybody in this game is interesting characters. Honestly, I just like how this looks better. But it is good that it is better here. Okay, I got a perk. Perk. This. Free knowledge.
Has nothing to do with fairness. We simply can't accommodate them if they bring that many servants.
I will speak to the Duchess. She can be reasoned with, after a fashion.
I definitely need more inventory space. So that'll do it for that. Leliana, I rejoice to see the colors of the Inquisition run the rebel from my ancestral fields and straight into the woods of my neighbors. As if they were guided by the hand of the Maker himself. I cannot be better pleased. As promised, a reward for your excellent help in my time of limitation, just to keep you in your hearts. God, these people are so fucking... The watchtower is built. We have to advance. Excellent. That's done. So I can go turn that shit in. Commander Cullen, I understand the Inquisition is working with the Redcliffe mages. I'm surprised that someone from Kirkwall could condone an arrangement with them, but it does put you in a position to aid us. Amisal's circle is sustained significant damage during their uprising. Rather than follow the Lord's secret, many of the Templar elected to remain or deal with the aftermath, but the resources are limited. Furthermore, we have loyalist mages with us. Hesmals. God, I can't say anything tonight. People would be happy to throw themselves to the wolves, even though they had nothing to do with the rebellion. As it stands, I fear we may fail in our duty. I trust and sympathizer. Alright. That guy's name looks familiar. Now live from Starkhaven. Hey, it's Sebastian! I remember Sebastian. Sebastian's from Dragon Age 2. He's a DLC guy, actually. My name is Sebastian Vale, sole heir of Vale, Prince of Starkhaven. I recently retook the throne of this great city from those who sought to gain it through unjust means. As most devoted inherit of the Chantry, I feel the loss of the Holy Destiny of 5 keenly. I too hope for a resolution in the terrible conflict that claimed the lives of hundreds in Kirkwall and now threatens to claim all of Thedas. I extend Starkhaven together. World Prince. Let's see, that's gonna take time. It's gonna take 3 hours actually. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and send her there to do that. He's on another mission. Ten minutes.
To work?
The papers we received from Sarah's friends is documented Lord sabotage of a rival's marriage. The Lord's sabotage of a rival's marriage. Quite scandalous affair, very useful in applying our influence. Red Jenny strikes again. That can wait. those need my girl, so. So, I'm gonna go take care of a few more things in the Highlands, the Hinterlands, yeah. That's it. And I can save. Turn those in. I wouldn't take Varric. Actually, I could take Varric with me, but I just kind of want to do a little bit of working out some things here. Battle Royale. What else all do I do? I've got to get done with that. That is the question.
Nothing to report, sir.
If those refugees are going to defend themselves, they'll need real defenses. I've got a few ideas.
I've built watchtowers in the areas you recommended.
Nicely done. That'll give both your refugees and our farmers some warning next time trouble pays a visit. I'll speak to the Master and have weapons sent to your people at the crossroads.
That's done. Can't open that till I get that perk open. But I feel like I did the right thing. Because I did need that extra bag slot.
You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
The wolves should be back to normal now. They shouldn't be any further trouble.
That's good to hear. I'll send word to the farmers and let my husband know what you've done. It may not seem like much, but you've given this land hope it desperately needed. Thank you.
Elena says you got rid of those demon-cursed wolves. Should be safer for our farmers now. You've held up your end of our bargain, Inquisition. You'll have my whole stable and good hands to go with it.
You sent your stable hands and your horses to the Inquisition. What about you?
Well, you've cleaned up the area, and I can't say I'm not tempted. Still, it feels wrong to abandon my land to go play horsemaster again.
Oh, let him go. We can use one of my servants from Minrathous. Tevinter horses are the finest in the world.
Tevinter? Your horses can barely trot without needing grain and milk. All right, Inquisition. I'll look to your horses myself. Never let it be said that Redcliffe gave less than the best. Just let me settle matters here and say goodbye to my wife. I'll meet you at Haven.
The wife is more than welcome to come with you. I'm just saying. There's some leveling that needs to be done too. And now we gotta figure out where we want to go. Some of this stuff can wait. Memories of Gray. Beckwell possesses map save until charted. Okay. Let's go there.
Nothing to report, sir.
Worth a look around, right?
On that side this time.
I think the Inquisition could benefit from this.
I don't even understand why I'm in combat with that damn fucking goat. Hello. That was the thing I was supposed to be doing? Hey, there's a bear. I need that. I've killed so many bears in video games, it's ridiculous. Bear claws. Cool, I need that. One of them anyway. Ooh, yeah, Bianca grip, nice. I need that. I'll make that for you when I get a chance there, Varric. Letter found on a corpse. He told us right and proper, son. 3 times around the crown statue, right hand close enough to brush the stone itself. And the spirits will listen. Everything else has been done. We slipped the silver to the chantry to save grandfather's body from burning, and he's buried close by. 3 times around. Always turning right. Spirits will bring him back to us. Now go and don't be afraid. Okay, 3 spirits. To the right. Times to the right. Did I do it right? I guess I didn't. Let's go to the journal. What's this anyway? What's the name of this quest? 3 times around the crown statue. Ah, statue. Dirt. Is this it? Crown statue? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I did it the wrong way. Right hand close enough to touch the statue. Very hard to do this with you guys right here. Okay. Did I do it? Yeah, I did it. All right. You ever feel bad for beating the shit out of an old dude? Oh, well, that's done. Bear. Oh, it's a bear. It's a bear.
Indulge me, Sarah. What do you think of when I say demon?
Arrows.
Fine. Magister?
Arrows.
Not helpful, but given our history, I'll accept it. Thaumaturgy.
What?
Magical endeavors. Helpful wonders.
Oh. Arrows.
One of the simple pleasures in life. Needed that fucking shield. Oh shit, there's two of them? The fuck did I just see the two of them? It's not good. That's no bueno. God damn. Shit. Again with the hits, man. One dead. That's perfect time for that level up for sure. Dorian is fine. And even if Dorian isn't, I'll get him up in a second. Dorian! Where the fuck did the dogs come from? Sorry, Dorian. Get up, buddy. Get up, buddy. I didn't even know this was here. farm. Alright, wait. This. Orders. The patrol pattern is not negotiable. Upon any encounter resulting in injuries, marked trail, and withdraw to the villa. We must remain in fighting conditions in order to apply the appropriate force to keep refugees clear from the area. That is a bear. Flaming bear. There should be a camp, like, getting close to here. Yeah, there is. It's up there. I should probably be better off just, put on a wee bit of... Put on a wee... Oh, yeah. Hear something. I heard something. Oh, it's up there.
Good find.
Text on Sinis Shrine. Send them below. May your ashes be gathered by Felden and carried safely. After all these long years you cared for me. Should be camped over here. Yep, there it is.
As good a place as any to camp.
Amen. Definitely knows needed.
Word for you.
Babe.
What is it?
This may be worthwhile.
I'm gonna go with no, it wasn't. Say, let's see. I never did find a fucking key to that fucking cabin. I should find that key. Conscientious objector. Okay, so let's find that fucking key, because I don't know where the fuck it is. Yeah, I'm actually looking this up. I want to finish this one. I don't have a fucking clue where this key is. Okay, so I gotta loot a body. Take the horsey this time. Later found a dead body. Brother, I have fled the circle, but I want no part of this mad rebellion. The Templar and my brethren have both gone mad, and their war has torn apart the very sky. Some other isolationists suggest fleeing. I shall follow their example. It has been too long since I saw you, and it cannot be safe in Haven. If you can make it past the bandits and demons, join me at grandmother's old house. With your blade and my staff, we shall get through this together. Okay, so dreams. Yeah, let's go down there next. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Definitely remember this one. I think I need coal to get through this. Yeah. He's a fire mage, so I need the staff inventory. This is why I carry so many staves around. Cause yeah. Staff of Stasis. What kind of fire is this? Oh, cool. He's using. Oh wait. Weapons. Staff of Stasis. Yeah, let's use this. I don't know if it was good for him or not, but he's definitely wearing it. Staff of Stasis. Oh yeah, that's fine. Alright, and that gets me, what, Mark, another cache? Cool. That's where that one was.
Supplies. Whittle can make use of these.
I think this is something I need Varric for. Know where it is. I'm gonna save this one for Varric. I need him to be with me when I do those. Ah, well, I don't really need that one. And save. Doesn't really matter where I save. I'm kind of safe right. So, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I know it's kind of dead tonight, but got some good views earlier, so it doesn't really matter. If you're watching this on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe. And if you're watching this on Twitch, you can like what you see, please hit that follow button. And if you really like it, maybe think about dropping me a sub. And until next time, my friends, remember to save often. You live longer. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Peace.